next clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Bengals, next on EA Sports.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here comes Nelson, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 11 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Oh, let's go, D.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Mike 17. Defense wins championship. Let's go.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st down, Giants.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll buy some time right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd down at 7. Now a play fake. Lance. They'll roll him out right. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. From the 10, first and goal.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 49, check 49.
On play action, Lance rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, Farley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Play action, now it's Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go. And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Bradford now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Bradford. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To the air again with Bradford. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike.
To throw again on 2nd down, Bradford. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. They'll run on first down. Farley, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense, kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. You got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. He runs.
Throwing, Bradford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It got his man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. Bradford toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 21, check.
Now Bradford. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Lockett the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here, because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Off of play action, here's Lance sliding out of the pocket. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You got nothing.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A big play there for Cincinnati.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Here's Bradford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And that is caught. He's got it for the Bengal touchdown. Allen Robinson with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Lockett the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. Second quarter down to the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On second down now, Farley, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now is Lance. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question, because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Bradford on 3rd and 2. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff?
Yeah.
Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime.
I can still hear it reverberate through this thick skull of mine. Crossing routes versus man-to-man coverage, it's a bad matchup for the defense. Those tend to work very well as they run away from a defender.
Check 26, check 26.
Lance now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Caught outright by Renfro. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Ready. 33. Yellow. 22 needle. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And nothing comes of this last-ditch attempt at points as time will run out on this first half.
These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
Okay.
Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 2nd and 9, Lance flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, 82 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Here comes Nelson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mind.
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Milton Williams forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. To try again after the sack. Bradford gonna let one fly for Robinson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A big play there for Cincinnati. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. Powering his way forward. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, "I'm not going to return this one." And New York set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 2nd down, Farley, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. And they'll go for it. Lance, he'll buy some time right. It got his man complete. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Got some breathing room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
I got you. Hey, check. Mike 21. Mike 21. Check.
On 1st and 10, Bradford, and that's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Hey, check. Mike 21.
Now Bradford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
On 3rd down, Bradford.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
On 2nd down now, Farley. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
On 1st down, Farley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. To the sideline, locates Renfro.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
On play action, Lance.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Trey Lance keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bradford.
Man open is Robinson.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got him.
1st down, Bradford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, check Mike 21.
They'll throw again. Bradford. Robinson's got it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
That's it, baby.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. I got one.
Bradford. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 21, check Mike 21. Exit.
To the air again with Bradford. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll roll him out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Christian Kirk, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Still fighting. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time out of Chubb. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Fights loose. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These 2 teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Lockett the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
2nd and 5. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Rolling to his right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense. Man, why are we doing this?
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4th.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big connection on that one, 38 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Check 37. Check 37.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Lance.
sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Getting down to the good side with 2 minutes remaining. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Mike 17, Mike 17. You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 43 rail.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And Lance going to throw. He'll buy some time right. Back to Renfro again, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Farley. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, Farley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
You better be afraid of me. Check 52. Hatch. Hey, watch it, watch it. Wide. 52 blaster. Jet.
Off of play action, here's Lance. They'll roll him out right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Trey Lance with his 2nd touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengals down by 6, and time a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Bradford. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's brought down. Bradford to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One last shot now for Bradford. That is caught. Touchdown, and no time remains. And they're an extra point away from winning this football game.
And the celebration is now just an extra point away from being full on. Think about those who may have left the stadium a little bit early thinking their guys might not get this done. Oh, it got done, and in a big way.
No problem there on the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Well, this was a game we'll have in the memory banks for a while. The winning touch.